What's going on? What's going on? We back, Goodfellas Sports TV. This time with the breakdown prediction for Adonis Stevenson taking on Oleksandr Gvozdyk, however you say his name. It's going down this weekend, December 1st, Saturday, regular Showtime. I believe this fight might kick off around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It comes on regular Showtime before the Wilder Fury pay-per-view card kicks off at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What up, though? Y'all know what it is, man. And interesting fight, between two interesting characters. Oleksandr Gvozdyk, of course, he got all the Ukrainian, European, American craze fans backing him. And I've only seen one fight of his before I broke down footage today, to be honest. And he was better, better than what I remember seeing him versus Craig Baker. I wasn't impressed by Gvozdyk at all. When I seen that fight, it just wasn't impressive for me. But he does some things well, and we're gonna talk about the things that he does well. But another thing is important to point out before we continue on is the simple fact that Adonis Stevenson is active here. He's fighting twice this year, versus good competition. But Jack is a better fighter, in my opinion, than Oleksandr Gvozdyk because he's more proven. That's the only reason why. And he's fighting another upper echelon fighter, so no more bum bash for him. This is his first mandatory, 4 or 5 years or something like that. Stevenson is 5'11", 77-inch reach, 41 years old, turned pro at 29. He's coached by Javon Sugar Hill out of Detroit Crunk Gym, who's the nephew of Emmanuel Stewart, if you didn't know that. Gvozdyk is 6'2", with a 75.5-inch reach, according to BoxRec. He's 31. 15-0, 12 knockouts. Also has some professional experience in the World Series of Boxing. Pro-Am little thing they do. For some reason, those wins doesn't translate to professional wins. And Stevenson is 29, one loss, 1 knockout to Darnell Boom, a draw, and 24 KO. Stevenson is a late starter. Also, another thing to point out before we get into the gist of the breakdown is that Stevenson has went 12 rounds 4 times. One was a technical knockout in the 4th round. Oleksandr Gvozdyk has went 12 once, and that's his last fight versus Amar, which that guy ain't that good. He should have got that guy out of there. All right. So, talking about strengths of Oleksandr. Oh, and also Oleksandr Gvozdyk, in my UK voice, he's trained by Teddy Atlas now. Used to be trained by Robert Garcia. So, yeah, he got a new coach, so that's something to, Teddy Atlas coaching him. Strengths about him, he got really good footwork. He's a really good feet. He's not like a foot mover like Usyk or Lomachenko, but he got really good feet, bounce around side to side, back to back. One of those Kovalev type of punchers, one of the guys that like to punch from range. Keep you at the end of his punches. He get great leverage, really good left hook to the head. He throws it to the body sometimes. Really underrated right uppercut. Good, strong, straight right hand. Orthodox fighter. Good fluid feet. And that's him in a nutshell. And he likes to fight, keep you at that mid-range, to keep you on the outside and box and move. And those are the punches that he resorts to. Really good jab. Really good straight right hand. Left hook, right hand combination is real good. Real fluid hands. Quick hands. You got to give him that. And he knows how to use his physical attributes, his height and his reach. Even though he's at a 1.5 inch reach disadvantage, he really can navigate from range and box really well. Adonis Stevenson, everybody know what it is. Big left hand, you know what I'm saying. It's quick. I kind of equate it to a dog bite. The dog got one weapon, and it's his mouth, and it's real quick and dangerous. And it's don't play no games, and that's kind of how I look at Stevenson. But Stevenson do some things good. Stevenson fights good on the inside. Good body puncher. I think really quick hands. I think his hand speed is underrated, especially straight left hand. Really good jab. The jab is the table setter to blind you with the straight left hand. And then he has this uppercut he throws. And most people mistaking it for a straight left hand, but it's an uppercut that's like it's just cuts between the guard. And one thing about Stevenson, he knows what he does well and what he don't do well. He's an underrated inside fighter, good body puncher when he throws, and straight left hand. You know, you're talking about the weakness of Adonis Stevenson. I think he kind of can get winded. You know, I think he's so used to be knocking guys out in 6 rounds, 7 rounds and under. You take him deep, you know, sometimes you struggle to get that second win. You can get some rounds in. Obviously, he's been knocked out before. He's been dropped before. I think more due to stamina to his chin versus this, when he got dropped by Fanfara. You know, he got, and people just say he one-dimensional, but he really not. You know, I really do think that's his really only weaknesses. Is probably his jaw, his stamina, and really that's it, to be honest. You know, and he's older, so you know he don't have that much wear and tear because he turned pro at 29. So actually, he been pro for about 12 years. You know what I'm saying? But those are weaknesses. Oleksandr Gvozdyk, his weaknesses are he don't move his head. You know, his feet is his defense. So he ain't been 12. He ain't been a hard 12 before. So that's something to look at. Not on the professional level, he hasn't been 12, and that's something to look at as well. You know, because if he go 12 and he becomes stationary and he can't bounce on his feet for a long time, he's gonna get knocked out. I'll say that right now. So inexperience is his weakness, especially versus elite competition. And can he fight stationary? Can he sit there and fight on the inside? That's something we don't know. You know, something we don't know. Like I said, good fighter, quick hands. He don't have too many, glaring weaknesses right now. I want to know, can he fight in the pocket or fight standing still and be stationary and pick shots off? Sometimes he drops his lead hand. That's something to look at because he's going against a southpaw in Stevenson. He drops that lead hand. And if that lead hand drop, after he throw a punch and bring it back, he don't get knocked out. If you don't bring that jab back and bring that hand back up, that's something to look at as well, too. And also, he coming in this fight with a new trainer, Teddy Atlas, not Robert Garcia this time. Something also to look at. Okay, talk about the gist of the fight. What does Oleksandr Gvozdyk need to do? He needs to keep the fight on the outside, keep Stevenson on the outside, use his height and his reach, put the jab in Stevenson's face early. Look for the left hand. When Stevenson jump in with a left hand, time up. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna move his head a lot. He tries, but he's just not a fluid head movement. Move away from the left hand like Jack did. But you can't give away rounds. You got to remember you in Canada. So the most you can give away is the first 2 rounds, filling them out. But he has to move away from the left hand, man. Seriously, you got to move away from the left hand. Try to get his right hand off and get his outside, a lead left foot on the outside of Stevenson right foot and shoot that straight right in there. I think that left hook could be a factor. But if I was him, I would try to throw it to the body once I tie Stevenson up, hit him to the body a few times, keep the jab in Stevenson's face. The jab is going to be important. Just know when Stevenson jab, the left hand coming back, so you continue to step to your left, to Stevenson right, shoot your right hand. And maybe to a point where you shoot your right hand, you do a Floyd, you fall in like he did Ricky Hatton, grab him, tie him up. So it might be a case where Gvozdyk needs to throw the jab, or lead left hook, right hand behind it, go right, step right into it, grab, tie Stevenson up, make Stevenson tired, and do that for a few rounds. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, just move to Gvozdyk's left, shoot the jab, right hand, occasionally mix it up like he does with the left hook, right hand, and pretty much that's what he needs to do and get to the second half of the fight, and then go to town and press Stevenson back. You know what I'm saying? Double, triple up the jab, right hand, and just press Stevenson back and just beat him up because he does tend to fade. But like I said before, Gvozdyk hasn't won a tough 12. But that's what I would do if I was Gvozdyk. Early on, I fill him out for a couple rounds. Then I'll jab, right hand, left hook, straight right hand, hold him. Then eventually I jab, step to my left, right hand, mix in the uppercut in there. The uppercut is probably what's going to knock Stevenson out in this fight. Watch what I tell you, or it's going to start trouble. If Stevenson loses, it's going to be that uppercut from Gvozdyk. Watch what I tell you. It's going to be the uppercut. The right hand and left hook and the jab going to be table setter. But I think the punch, if you get tired and fall on the inside, I think, if Stevenson throw that left hand and he can dodge it, shoot that right uppercut, and I think he'll catch Stevenson like that as well, too. And for Adonis Stevenson, do what you do, I think he should start off quick, because the intimidation factor of a straight left hand, I was calling it straight right, the straight left hand, the intimidation factor of it, Early on, I would press Gvozdyk. I don't think his power is as good as people say or his record says. I've seen him punch guys, and I'm not impressed. Even Isaac Chalamba, who got injured, had to retire. If I'm Stevenson, I'm coming up, double jab, straight left down the pipe. You know, coming out, jab to the body, straight right. Jab to the body, straight left to the top of the head. I'm aggressive with that. I'm jabbing to the body. I'm jabbing to the head. I'm probing them. I'm doubling, tripling up the jab. You know, I'm fading the left hand, keeping them guessing. He gonna step away from he gonna step to away from Stevenson's left hand. If I'm Stevenson, I'm doubling it up. I'm going to the body. As soon as he going out going to my left, I'm throwing the left hook to the body to stop his movement. So because he gonna move into that left hook, so I'm throwing the left hook, and then I'm bending down, throwing a jab to the body, throwing a jab to the head, and then before you know it, I'm throwing a sweeping right hook up top. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm coming straight down the pipe with a straight right hand, straight to the solar plex, straight to the summit, because he's gonna be expecting the straight right to the jaw, and I'm just setting him up. I'm setting him up, and while I'm setting him up, I'm taking air out his tires for a guy that never went 12 rounds hard. Only went 12 rounds once in like a sparring session. And then before you know it, when he get tired, I'm jabbing to the head. I'm coming over the top with a straight right hand. I'm jabbing with a straight left hand. I'm jabbing with my right hand, coming over the top with a strong overhand right. And that's what I'm doing. I believe Stevenson gets the knockout in 6 rounds. That's my personal opinion. It wouldn't surprise me if Oleksandr Gvozdyk win this fight. I just don't think he has enough. I don't think he have enough experience for this fight. And he going to Canada, and he might get fucked on the cards. And he going to PBC from Top Rank, something else to look at. Stevenson in 6 rounds, KO, TKO, throwing them towel style. Your boy Goodfella Sports TV. Don't forget me on Facebook, Twitter. Also, we'll make a donation to the page. That link's in the description as well. Also, instrumental link in the description. And the email's there, Facebook group link. Check us out, all in the description. Y'all know what it is.